We've seen Andrew Garfield as a betrayed entrepreneur, a struggling playwright, a pacifist soldier, and a crime-fighting teenager. But We Live in Time marks his first film where he plays a character with his own voice, as Tobias, a Weetabix representative from London. In it, he talks in his native RP accent after having done 20 films beforehand in accents different to his own. Alongside him is his joint co-star Florence Pugh as Alma, a head chef also from London. Together they play a British couple who go through a series of highs and lows throughout the course of the film, told across 10 years. We Live in Time's allure is that it's told out of order, switching between distinct moments in their relationship. It's like if Christopher Nolan directed a romance, but without the half-baked female characters. I really like the idea proposed by Brian Tallarico from RogerEbert.com, where he said that the non-linear narrative, while appearing to be random at first glance, exhibited an emotional logic upon a closer examination, in a way that evoked the way a person may remember key moments in their life. The film felt quick and energetic as it wove short glances at two people's lives into a tapestry of emotions. The direction never feels overstated or grandiose, but instead opts for a more relaxed approach. No long sweeping shots taken from the sky with an expensive crane, but instead grounded shots of flirting, bickering, and everything in between. Whilst romance films of the past would meander between friends and relatives of the protagonists, and a general will they won't they atmosphere, We Live in Time cuts out the fat and gets straight to the core ingredients of the story. Now, I do feel that We Live in Time would benefit from a longer runtime, as 1 hour and 48 minutes feels rather short for the amount of time it tries to fit in. But then again, it's usually a good thing to leave the audience wanting more. Romance films are a hard genre to crack, as they're some of the most beloved films of all time. And although We Live in Time may not be as pitch perfect as past films like When Harry Met Sally or Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, it gives it a good go. Whereas past romances have tried to give us full views of the characters with long intimate conversations and elaborate stories, We Live in Time devotes itself to a snapshot of lives. Short bursts of raw and powerful scenes from a modern relationship throughout the years. We Live in Time also battles with the question of how to balance a two-person film, and the answer in this case is that you don't. This film shares screen time reasonably evenly between the two leads, but it predominantly follows Florence Pugh's character, Alma. To me, this makes perfect sense considering she's the more intriguing character, and considering that male perspectives have dominated heterosexual romance films for far too long. Another thing I loved about the story was how entwined it was with British identity. Now, I'm not here to say that British people have to be a certain way to be considered properly British. That's nonsense. But it's lovely to see a British film that isn't ashamed to be unabashedly British. Tobias and Alma are polite, but also snap at points. There's countryside nature, but also inner city traffic, and a general appreciation for British snacks, like Weetabix, Terry's Chocolate Orange, Jaffa Cakes, chocolate digestives, Bounty, and Snickers. After years of watching Americans talk about Twinkies in Zombieland, Bud Lights in Transformers Age of Extinction, and Reese's Pieces in E.T., it'll be refreshing to imagine an American scratching their head as to what exactly a chocolate orange is. But yeah, if you want a modern British romance with two of the best actors working today, then go and head to We Live in Time, which is now out in UK cinemas.